Hello for the soul community. I'm Jen, and our class today is focused on strengthening our glutes and core. We'll use a little fascial flossing to warm our tissues up in a deeper way and use our body weight to challenge our strength. We'll end our practice with a short Lectio Divina to reawaken to God's presence. Now, have some blocks handy. A blanket is always nice. Playlist is there for you in the notes if you'd like. We're going to start in butterfly. So come onto your backs and find the soles of the feet together. The knees opened wide. Now, if for any reason this is uncomfortable, I just want to show you a supported version. So the blocks can come onto the smooth side of the block onto the thigh there and allow the blocks to support the legs. And so that's a really nice way to relax into that shape. Now take a few breaths here, and I want you to start to find your belly button. Kind of visualize your belly button. And we're going to travel the inhale up the front side of the body, through the torso, the neck, all the way to the crown of the head. And then the exhale is going to go to the back body, down the spine, and all of the way around in an oval shape. Once you land back at your belly button, the inhale begins. Feel that transition where the inhale becomes the exhale. We're just going to do a few more that way, just finding that rhythm, that smoothness of your breath. I love this quote. There are only 2 days in the year that nothing can be done. One is called yesterday and the other is called tomorrow. So today is the right day to love, believe, do, and mostly live. And how are you living into God's gift of today? You have set yourself up for goodness already, simply arriving in this space to attune to your body, your mind, and your heart in God's presence. So friends, we're going to start to warm up the hips with some sweeping spirals. If you have those blocks underneath your thighs, you can go ahead and move those off to the side. We're taking that right thigh and close it onto the left. Now that right knee comes up towards the nose and then sweep that knee all the way around. So it's a nice big hip circle. That left knee now comes to the right. Big circle with that left hip. Those arms can just be on your sides to support you. Now, as you go, we're landing back into butterfly. I want you to feel kind of just some variation here. What does your spine want to do? Where does your head want to go? So just explore, be curious. There's no right or wrong. I just want you to tap into these joints. How are things feeling? We'll take just a few more here. And back into butterfly. All right. Bring those knees up and find your figure 4. So that right shin's going to head onto that left thigh. Now go ahead and lift that lower leg and get that goodness on that outer right hip. Now, from here, go ahead and take those fingerprints behind your head. The shoulders, just that very top of the shoulders is going to lift off. So I want you to feel the rib cage nice and heavy into your space. And the low back is going to stay nice and grazed as well onto your space. Now, inhale, send that whole unit out of your legs, and then exhale, come back. We're going to do that a few times. So inhale here, feel that core, whoof, and then exhale, bring it back. So multitasking here. Let's do a few more. Now, these last 3, I want you to push this shin into that thigh as it's coming in. So push, push, push. Feel that little floss on the outside of that right thigh. And you can come to meet that knee, that shin, closer anyway, with a little bit of a crunch there. Let's do one more. One more. I feel that hip flexor on that left as well. Hug those knees into the chest. Do a little rocking, a little rolling. A little reset before we go to the other side, right? So take that left shin onto that right thigh now, fingerprints behind. When you're ready, the inhale takes you out and the exhale brings you in. So just take a few to get things moving, right? To feel that left hip. And now let's add that flossing. So you're going to press the shin into the thigh. The thigh pulls that leg in. Feel that flossing. Now, whenever you would like, you can add that little extra crunch there. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, rib cage is heavy. And last one. Good. Hug knees and rock and roll to seated. Now, those legs are out in front of you, very generous bend. Flex those feet and take those palms to the soles of the feet there. Now, find your perfect kind of sweet spot. We're going to get some connection here with the upper body and lower body, and then start to cat-cow when you're ready. So it's going to be a little smaller, a little bit more refined than your typical tabletop cat-cow. And you might be able to kind of, find some different spots. Like I can really feel my mid-back, especially here, that mid-spine, right around the rib cage. And I can find a little extra movement. Get to those sticky spots there. 2 more breaths. And release. Low lunge. Take that right leg ahead and left leg behind. And let's tuck those toes on the back. Here we go. Inhale, open and expand. And then exhale, go ahead and come forward with that rounded spine. Inhale, expand, and exhale. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale here. Exhale. Last time. Good. Nice. Ground those hands, downward dog. Pedal it out. Shift. Any wiggles. Find the mounds of the fingers, the fingerprints. Heavy. And hug those forearms together. Feel those shoulders nice and supportive there. All right. Maybe curl those toes. Get a little movement in the top of the foot there. Left leg steps forward. Let's do that again. Inhale, come forward, expand, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Couple more. Finding the flow. Good. Land those hands, downward dog. All right, you guys. So let's play with that glute here for a moment. Take that right leg up. Now, from here, keep the pelvis more square. Those hip bones, those bony protrusions here facing down toward your mat. I want you to feel your tush. So just take a few taps and lift. Tap and lift. Now, I want you to feel the tush move this, initiate this movement without the spine getting involved, right? That's going to be important here. And then let's go to the other side. So left leg lifts. More square pelvis. Here we go. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, bring it all the way through. Good. Left foot comes forward, about hip width apart there for those feet. Now, high chair, inhale. Take a moment, feel the work in the back of the shoulders. So sometimes when we're in chair, because we want it to be bigger, right? And we want our shoulders to come up further, my spine will get involved. But really what I'd like you to do is knit those ribs in, allow those arms to come forward with the work of the shoulders. Good. Now, from here, on your exhale, let it go. Fingertips reach to sky. Good, low chair. Take those fingers out in front of you. Now, Hands to heart. Right leg is going to float. So float that right foot up, step back into your lunge. Take a moment here. Now, this is where your blocks might be handy, right? You might use blocks here, maybe not. It's going to be a bit more challenging without blocks. Now, without lifting the torso, we're going to lift the tush. Yeah? So I'm still down in this low kind of chair position with that left leg. You're either light on your blocks or no blocks. Let's do that one more time just to feel that initiation with the glute, not the spine. And then lower down, crescent pose. Inhale here, fingertips rise. Halfway. Good. Inhale here. And on your exhale, warrior three, you guys. So press through that left tripod, arms widen, spread those wings, and find your warrior three. Now it can be any kind of variation of that warrior three. Let's do that again. Keep the shape with the body and leg. Lower, 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 and then find your lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, right leg lifts via glute. Lower down, inhale, crescent. Exhale, arms lower halfway. Inhale here. Exhale, open and expand those wings and find your warrior three. Hug those shoulder blades together. Hello, shoulder blades. Lower, lower, and your lunge. One more, you guys. I know, tushes, that, right? They're getting tired. Lower. Here we go. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, halfway. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, come on up, spread those wings. Find your warrior three. Pelvis is more square here. Now, land in your warrior two, you guys. Take that right foot back, wind those arms up, and I'm gonna flip here real quick so you can see me. Make those feet nice and wide, so roughly ankles under wrists. So kind of feel that width of those legs. Ground through tripods, interlace. Take those palms away from you. Now, big old circle. And then as you come up, so our circle's starting to the front, as you come up, feel free to straighten that front leg as you kind of side bend to the back of your space. And let's do that a couple times. Feeling that goodness along the waist, along the shoulders, so good. All right, here we go. And keep winding and find your downward dog. Take those hands down, downward dog. Pull yourself forward. Find your plank. So hands hug towards feet, feet towards hands. Ribs are nice and knitted in. So avoid the collapse, right, of the pelvis going down towards the mat. I want you to feel that engagement, upper body, lower body. Now, tippy tap one knee and lift. Tippy tap the other knee and lift. Now, you can go as fast or as slow as you'd like. But here's what I'd like you to do. Not get into this game with momentum, right? You're owning that whole kind of movement down and up. And we're trying to avoid any kind of excess, kind of shifting of the pelvis, right? So feel that integration that whole time. Shoulders, whew, they're even getting a little spicy. Here we go. And let that be enough, downward dog. Yeah, left leg lifts, inhale. Let's go to the other side. Bring it all the way through. That right foot comes to the front of your space and high chair. Send those arms up as high as they can go with your own effort with those shoulders, keeping that spine nice and connected. Big inhale. Exhale, lower down, chest to thighs, fingertips reach to sky. So get some movement in those shoulders. Low chair, hands come in front of you. I like to call this bear pose. Tush goes down. Now, hands to heart. Here we go. Your weight goes in your right foot. Left foot begins to peel. Really, especially press into that right heel and lift. That's going to take that work more into the tush, right? To the hamstrings. Step back into your lunge shape. Now use your blocks if you'd like, or experiment with kind of these robot arms, right? The fingers reaching down. Inhale here, exhale, lift the tush without the spine. Here we go. Let's do that 2 more times just for kicks, because this is a glute class. Yeah? Here we go. Lower down, crescent pose, all the way up. Inhale. Exhale halfway with those arms. Inhale here. And then exhale your warrior 3. So here we're still working both glutes, right? That grounded leg, the lifted leg. Lower, lower, and lunge. Inhale. Exhale, lift the glute. The leg via glute. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, halfway. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, hug those shoulder blades together. Find your strong warrior 3. Lower, lower, lunge. Last time, inhale. Exhale, lift. Leg, lower down, inhale, crescent. Exhale, forward. Inhale to pause. And exhale, warrior 3. Spread those wings. Land warrior 2, you guys. Give yourself enough space to feel that opening through that inner line. Interlace those hands, take them away. Come forward. Exhale, go back, straighten that front leg. Rebend, inhale. Nice big circle. Let's do it a couple times. Feels so good. All right. Here we go. 1 more circle. And downward dog. Pull yourself forward plank. Find that nice integration. Maybe your hands are in a little different position to strengthen your shoulders in a different way, right? Tap one knee, then the other, then the other. Find a lot of strength here. If you'd like to lower down on those forearms, that's always an option. Keep the integration through your center. Good. 2 more breaths. And let that be done. Whew. Lower those knees. Sit on back, you guys, and come on to your back. Take a block with you. Feet about hip width apart, and place that block. It's either in this thinner kind of shape or that second level that's a little bit thicker there. So whatever your pelvis prefers. Now press through those tripods. We're gonna find those heels a little closer maybe than you might normally. I'm gonna just kind of be able to brush my heels there. Now lift into a low bridge. Knees are in line with the shoulders. Hands are down onto the mat supporting you. Now from here, you guys, let's go ahead and lower and lift. I want you to find that tush, that nice connection through the glutes. Now, keep the lift. Keep the lift. Hug, hug, hug that block together. Ground through left tripod strongly. So big toe mound, little toe mound, center of each heel. Keep that. The pelvis is going to stay nice and steady as the right leg lifts. Now press through those palms to help you. And then lower down. Here we go. Press through right foot, left foot lifts. Good. Keep hugging that block. Keep hugging, keep hugging. Lower down. Press through left tripod, right foot lifts. Good. Don't let that pelvis lower. It's going to want to lower that foot, and then left foot lifts. Lots of tush work here. And lower all of the way down. Remove that block. Hug those knees into the chest. Get some nice circles going. Nice, you guys. Find any position you'd like to be in for our Lectio. Now, you can come back into that supported butterfly or unsupported, whatever you'd like. You could also do a constructive rest. So the feet are about as wide as the mat. The knees are resting into one another. You can come into a traditional Shavasana all the way, or you might want to take those blocks and place them underneath your hamstrings to bring a little release to that low back. Whatever that shape is, take any refinements, adjustments that you'd like. Now, Lectio Divina means divine reading. It's getting us rooted and established in God's love. So I'm going to be reading a prayer by Teresa of Avila. And for this first reading, simply hear the words. May today there be peace within. May you trust God that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith. May you use those gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content knowing you are a child of God. Let this presence settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us. And for this second reading, listen for a word or phrase that seems to be asking you to pay attention, calling to you, and repeat it a few times. May today there be peace within. May you trust God that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith. May you use those gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content knowing you are a child of God. Let this presence settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us. What's that phrase, that word that stood out to you? And for this final reading, lean in. Be open to what is stirring, a sensation, an image, perhaps a feeling that this poem, this prayer, might reflect on something in your life right now. May today there be peace within. May you trust God that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith. May you use those gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content knowing you are a child of God. Let this presence settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us. I'll close this in prayer. God, may there be peace within. Today, tomorrow, God, help us to discern, to listen, to be in your presence, to know where to go, where to see, where to move next. We love you so much. In Jesus' name, amen. Thanks for joining me, friends. See you again soon.